Hello, so today we're going to be playing Race of the Galaxy on Steam. I have a whole bunch of asynchronous one-week games going. Mostly 3-player Gathering Storm goals at the moment. A few 4-player games, stragglers, they're taking forever to finish. And I think no 2-player games anymore. Finally weeded them all out. Taking a break from that. We do have one tournament game actually going, so we'll definitely play that as often as we can. Base game, New Worlds. And when I get bored through my games, I will play against AI. 3-player Gathering Storm goals, presumably as well. Let's just check on that. And I wanted to check on stats actually. I think I'll start by checking on stats. Why not? Not really sure what to look at, but I haven't looked at my stats since quite a while. Lost 88-82 here. Pretty crazy. It's kind of weird. When you're in the stats screen, you can click on score. I guess it's okay. Interface leaves a little to be desired when you see a high score. When you click on a high score thing. Like if I click on this, oh, it's Tableau 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 cards. Like it should go straight back to stats, not. Yeah. What is this? Total cards explored 2,300. Maximum 11 cards kept. Let's see here. Probably want to put online only maybe. 119.83. Mostly one of my AI games. 2-player humans, 63 and 26. 3 players, 16 and 7. Pretty crazy. 4 and 3. So like 57%, but also really good. Nice. And yeah, so all. Sports 5 action, 73. 142. You can compare how many times I call each phase, so like +5. It's gonna count 2 PE though. Does that matter? Not too much. So a lot of twice as many +1s as +5s. I guess that's probably pretty standard. Devs more than both explorers combined. But this is going to be skewed by 2 PE, I believe. Let's just go, whoops, 3-player plus for this section. $67 develops, 51 settles, 84 trades, 31 X2s, 43 produces, no takeovers, straight up 0, literal. I mean, there's a lot of stats here. I don't really want to dig through too much. Should probably just look at this on my downtime. Find interesting stuff. So we're just gonna play. So, first game here was the most complicated decision I had left over this morning. Actually, I was burning through my games this morning in preparation for poker stream, forgetting that I'm actually not doing a poker stream today. So I wasted a bunch of potential decisions to show on stream. So here, we're playing against Mick and Chronox. Chronox is pretty good. Mick, I don't know, average. I haven't played against him that much in my life. And we called settle to punish a small hand size here instead of trading. Turns out we could have just traded and we hit 10 cards, but couldn't know that. So now we can't really play this because we would lose our goods. We could play this, but then next round when we trade, we would overflow. Unless there's builds. I mean, there's going to be builds next round. He might just trade again though next round. I don't know how greedy he'll be. Oh no, actually he's losing his second good here. So he might actually produce next round. And we'll be relying on him to build, and he surely will. But if he devs, we don't like it. So in preparation for the produce the following round, what are we doing? Blue, browns, multicolor, all powers. Okay, so we needed 4 power. We could play this, oddly. We would not lose our good, we'd get the all power goal, and we're going to crack this pretty soon anyway. And there's no guarantee we'll get an export power anytime soon, so I think we should probably take advantage of that. He needs a 2 and $1. I mean, he's really close, looks like. 1 and 3. 3 is easy, 1 not so much. Yeah, he's not that close, but all it takes is like Expedition Force and boom, he's got it. So I think we want to play this card here. Which is just so counterintuitive, honestly. With this hand, maybe I just chuck these then? I could chuck Prosperous World and Mining World. They're not that great. I mean, they crack Doomed World, but we can find something else. Does that make sense? I want to keep the brown one over this, because now we have a green one. I don't really need this. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So do this, chucking this. Oh, but we want to keep these, though. Theoretically. And ATI is not that good here. Yeah. We can find another brown world and keep the alien option possible. Yeah, looking at the brown-blue thing, like, they're all blue-brown anyway, so don't even need to fight for that. Wow, nice settle. Okay, moving on. So here we're just trading. Here, oh nice, so lucky. Wow. This game was going to get awkward too because we were kind of forced to play replicant robots here unless we drew into something. Going down to, like, even in the best case here where there's an explorer, I'm going to 5, 6, down to 2. Actually, it wouldn't be too bad. But I don't really want to play this before this is the thing. So now we can play this into this theoretically. Pretty sweet. I mean, this is an amazing board. We're going to have 3 to dev. Draw, not even like discounts, actual draw, which is sick. And then G-Fed to go with. Like, and they're not calling settle, so that's really good. Although obviously this is not nice to see. He's drawing 2 free cards here. Chronox would have been nice if he called settled and had a like a 5-3 brown or something. That's not to be apparently. What has he done so far, Chronox? +5, +5. It's only round 2. What did he do round 1? +1? Yeah. +1 to 6, down to 2. So he kept 2 cards after that. I mean, this board's insane. You're gonna be hard pressed to lose this one. Over here, looks like we're on round 2 or something. Against Rob, Renault, and Ethan. Played a 4 dev, what? Oh, right. And who called dev? Probably Rob. Rob and Ethan both called dev. So he looks like he might dev again. Not much we can do about that. Oh yeah, this game, right? This is a weird one. So it actually is convenient. So I might go dev settle here, and which is what we wanted. Because this is a weird hand. I had opening hand replicant robots with like expensive kind of worlds. So if there was a settle I would have played this, there wasn't. And then there was a dev, but I didn't want to play this going down to 1. So I want to explore some fun again, and then hopefully there's a dev and a settle. If there's no dev, then yeah, well, so be it. but it'd be nice if it was here. Hopefully I clicked the right thing there. So we have a new game here. This one is waiting on players apparently. Trade, trade, produce. I don't know what it's waiting on. Looks like he already traded his good. He has no good to trade. He's producing. Oh. What? So I already traded my good, he traded his good. I guess we're on produce here. I don't know what it's waiting for though. But I mean, let's figure this out. Is there anything possible that we waited for? He called trade, he traded his good. Oh yes, he discarded one down to 10. Okay. So new game here. Actually, now that I think of that, I will fire up quick play game. Could theoretically do 30-minute, but should I try that? I guess we'll try it. We'll see. We have 3 hours, so try a 30-minute 3-player and see how that goes. So here we have a 1-week 3-player against Rob and QZ. We have a great home world here, but no worlds to go with it. Wow, what is this garbage? So typically opening hand unplayable, 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 and then theoretically playable with worlds. So I mean, I guess we have to do this and hope to draw into some blue worlds or something. I mean, that's fine. It's a good opening. There's lots of blue worlds in the deck. And then chucking, lots of options to chuck. This has to be one of them for sure. And then I guess this one. Maybe we don't draw into anything, so we actually play this. That would be desperate, but better than keeping this. Something like that looks good to me. Could theoretically trade, since there's no guarantee. Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say there's no guarantee we're gonna be getting a windfall or a producing world anytime soon, but can't really trade for 2 when we have this power and he has draw 1. Like. So we're gonna have to explore and hope to find something. Could theoretically +5, but I really don't like explore +5. Like, especially on round 1 where cards are at their most valuable. Cards in hand. I mean, this might be a spot where we have to +5 though, because we have straight up nothing to play. +1, we're only seeing 3 cards. So he's not going to make a trade. So he's very likely to settle here, which is bad. And he's pretty likely to make a trade, I guess. So settle, trade, explore. I mean, we can explore. We have to explore. If we find a windfall, it's good enough. +1 or +5. With the blue-brown gold, a bunch of windfalls isn't actually that bad. This is also Gathering Storm, so it has logistics and terraforming guild, so windfalls are better than usual. This home was actually really good in Gathering Storm. Wow. I mean, it's really good in general, but it's even better in Gathering Storm. It's so good. I mean, not with this hand, but just in general. So reluctant to +5 ever, but I feel like this might be a spot we have to do it. I mean, dev is also possible, like dev from him, where we have nothing whatsoever, so I think this is a +5 spot. It's pretty unlikely to go dev settle. So yeah, it sucks to do, but we're gonna do +5 there. And I'll fire up an AI game. So Sparta with former penal colony in New Vinland. It's pretty nice. Alpha Centauri with New Earth is also pretty nice. And I mean New Vinland as well. I mean, it's pretty sweet opening. We have diversified too. Diversified with the 6/5 yellow, too slow, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we might as well keep it though over Merchant World here. We have plenty of good worlds to play. There is some theoretical chance, maybe, probably not, but I feel like there's some theoretical chance we would play this and diversified. I keep cards like this in a spot like this sometimes where actually it's probably 0% that you ever play this card. Which means I should actually not keep it. And keep Merchant World instead. This is close to 0% as well, but not actual 0% probably. Trade, of course. Actually, that's not necessarily true. We can settle here. Actually, probably just settle. Problem is, AIs don't always trade here, which is so brutal. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and settle. Chucking those. So yeah, the discards didn't matter, or the keeps didn't matter. And we can explore and leech New Earth. Nice opening here. I could also produce, but I really want to be able to leech this. If there's a settle. Turns out I could have anyway because he explored instead of traded. I mean, yeah, I guess his explore powers are amazing. Interesting AI explored there. Okay, so what do we have? A couple military worlds. We have a brown one, so this lets us play it. So yeah, just do that, I guess. Play this, of course. Well, yeah, okay, so we're only keeping one here. So we have 2 consume powers, 3 producing worlds, so we need a consume power. Trendsetters is a bit expensive, but I mean in 2 turns we have 7 cards or something. 6 cards. Vested spending's pretty nice in an engine, but I mean this makes for a 6.3 card engine, which is pretty nice. I think we keep that. It's expensive, but yeah. This spending's not that amazing that I absolutely need to keep it there over this. I guess now we must produce, trade, dev trade, produce. Oh, this guy still hasn't traded. Trade. 9 card hand. Scary. Still hasn't traded. Alright, so now what? Basically, we've got past the early game card flow problems set up. So now we're down 2 tempos. The dev goal, we're down by 1. All powers. It's going to be difficult. Missing the 3 hardest ones. $2. And he's missing just 2. Yeah, so forget that. Discard goal, alien goal. Chips should be ours. Production worlds we have 2, so that could be ours. Our only way to get this out is drop ships, so that's really not happening. We have bank, G-Fed. Our worlds kind of suck other than trendsetters. Could naked produce. I mean, it's not really naked. We could just trade next round overflow if there's no settle. If there's a dev, we'd play bank. I don't know, I think we're just producing here. They don't get much out of produce anyways. He's likely to settle, very likely to settle, so. Alright, so trendsetters it is. Ping, I guess we're just dumping everything but this. Because it's a consume power. I want to keep the production roll though, actually. There's probably more value there than just random consume power. even though we can't play it. So he sacks Doomed World for this. We have a pretty good engine, so let's go. We could theoretically produce every round. What does that give us? It gives us a 6.6 card engine. There's no guarantee actually he's going to trade though. He's like traded straight up 0 times this game maybe. Which one is it? Hard AI 2. Straight up zero trades. Hard AI 1 has traded 1, 2. So it's actually not a guarantee of a trade here. Maybe 3 players are a bit different. Yeah, look at this. Settle, settle. He passed on settle though. Pretty sure. Interesting. Naked settle. This is hard AI, so they don't just pass to weaken their plays or whatever, like the 2 other difficulties, so must have been a naked play. So here we just do our thing. And presumably produce. Mining Conglomerate is very nice. Not that dev's all that likely. And he produces 2 brown anyway, if he trades or consumes it somehow. But yeah, we produce. So what's his scores anyways? We're actually way ahead. Nice. Oh, it's a good sign against AIs. Usually their points are front loaded, so their points are like flat. They always gain points. They value them equally across the game. So when you're ahead early game like this, it's a good sign, because usually humans ramp up into an exponential curve kind of points. So x2. So here maybe we could trade or produce. No, he's got a full hand. He's got even more cards. Yeah, definitely just x2. Yeah, dev settle. So Mining Conglomerate actually gives us an 8.2 card engine if we want it. I mean, we're clearly playing it with nothing else playable in hand. Now the question is, do we want a... So we do use this always. Then we always use this. So do we want 2 cards or 2 chips, given what we've drawn? I'll just take the chips. Should be good enough to win. Produce, trade. Naked trade, it looks like. Hard AI 1 on consume. No, he traded for. Yeah, I mean, seems obvious that he would always have an extra good there. Well, until now. Should probably check on human games. Yes. Just 1. So this is a new one. Oh, this is a 30-minute game, isn't it? Should have checked a while ago. Whoops. Okay, so actually have to play a bit quicker. We could trade hoping for a settle. Could settle, reaching a trade. I think we're just gonna settle here. Although, I don't feel like this trade is actually that likely. But that's fine actually, because if there's no... We want the settle to happen, then we could trade ourselves. So we'll have to check back on this more quickly. Now we x2. Settle. I was gonna say, why didn't I draw 2 cards on produce? Yeah, because this guy produces 2 brown, the bastard. So this turned out to just be like a public works, basically, for us. An expensive public works. 7 chips in the pool. Up by a lot. Not up by as much anymore after that round. But yeah, final round I guess. X2 up. Dev. looks like. Yeah, 44, 36, 25. So I'm not going to actually play that game. I want to see what happens if you create a new game when you have a game open. So I have an AI game open. And I click new game, start. What happens? So you just lose the game. It never counts as a forfeit in the stats. Nope. So you can restart opening hands, or maybe even against AIs you can just restart anytime with no penalty. So you can kind of skew your AI stats, seems like. Huh. Right, I'm probably going to report that in case it's a bug. Okay, so Explore, wow, that's really nice result. We get to keep something like this, and there's no dev for this, and no naked trade. But this is about as good as I could ever get for that opening. So, dump one of these, clearly that. So new game here against AIs, Ancient Race, Mine Squatters. Public Works, this is whatever. Oh, we have dropships. Spice World's amazing. With this, pretty nice actually. Blue-browns, 2 blue-brown production worlds. Looks good to me. And we can even maybe potentially go military. Logistics is kind of whatever. Opening hand like this, yeah. Looks good to me. Let's check on the humans. Also, I should check on all the games. Oh, here we go. Oh. Ethan and Rob. So I export +1 to dev and settle. Right, so as I expected to happen a lot of the time. Except we're drawn to terraforming robots, that's kind of weird. And New Vinland, like, jeez. That might change things a bit, because robots is just like kind of like a better replicant robots, terraforming robots. Cost 1 less. You get 1 less benefit off the settles, but we'll see. Replicant robots, we go down to 3, so we can keep 3 really good worlds, like Vinland, Gem World, Rebel Underground. That is pretty sick. All free. Pretty sick. So presumably now we just continue with devs and profit. He's likely to trade, hopefully he doesn't settle. I mean, he's Explore +5 twice now, I think, so gotta expect that he will probably settle here, unfortunately. But if he doesn't, that's beautiful, because then we do G-Fed and then Replicant Robots the following round, and then we really can't lose. So we certainly play Toy Shop, and then keep, I guess, yeah, we have to keep Expanding Colony here for sure, it's great. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 consume powers that we're gonna need 2 production worlds. Diversified's pretty nice, but I think we'll go with that. So now we could X2. This is a weird X2 trade. Oh well, he did find a nice windfall. He has one as well, so everybody's trading or consuming here. X2 and trade gets me 4 points, 2 cards. 4 points, 2 cards. Or if I X2 offer this, I get 2 points, 3 cards. Or trade gets me 5 cards. Oh, weird decision point here. I guess trade is the most valuable. I mean, AIs would definitely X2 toy shop here. And I think humans should trade here and have a good leftover. That seems pretty good. So here, 3, 6, 9 cards. He got the discard goal, sadly, but expectedly. I guess we just trade, expecting to leech something. Yeah, Merchant World's nice if there's a settle. G-Fed's nice if there's a dev. So, no settle. Great. That's exactly what we were hoping for. And we draw Terraforming Guild, which is beautiful. We have plenty of big worlds anyways. I guess we're going to lose some of this stuff anyway. So, we certainly start with G-Fed. We pay 5 down to 3. And then we draw 2 to 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have 6 for the settle phase next round. But yeah, so we're keeping 3 of these cards. So I imagine Replicant Robots, Terraforming Guild, and a world. This one maybe? Makes sense. So 1, 2, 3. So basically, do we want a production world or a windfall? This is 2 points more, but with this we can trade. I mean, we're never really going to need to trade with this board. If there's no consume in the round this comes out, we can even trade if we want to. So yeah, that seems fine. So, looks like our opponents are both here, so we might be able to speed through this game. Mining robots, interesting. And he only has 1 card, so he went down to 1. Sport plus 5 3 times in a row. Still has Doomed World, and now has 1 card in hand. So is he going to settle? I mean, he needs to settle 2. Certainly we are deving, there's no question there. Might be a naked trade here from him. I don't know, I haven't really noticed him naked trade all that often, to be honest. What's happening with our real-time game? It's not happening. So, Nishadan plus 5s rather than build. So we're going to overflow here. Unnecessarily by 3. Which is too bad. Neither of these cards seems relevant. We don't have a lot of worlds though, so I think we just do this. Just to be safe. Yeah, let's do a quick pass and see if there's decisions on any of these games that say waiting. So there is one here. We produced, and there's a settle and a trade, so we could play Resort. Actually, it's not bad. Resort, consume the good, produce back on it, get a card that we can discard to produce here down to 0. I mean, other than that, why not? Just because we want to hold on to credits? Seems like a decent spot to play this, actually. Because it's going to be 1 cheaper here, effectively, and an extra point. So it's a 2-3 right now, and next round it's going to become immediately a 1-4. So it's 2 cards for 4 points already. Yeah, I mean, this is a no-brainer. Pretty interesting, actually, how valuable this can become pretty quickly. I usually discount this card opening hand, but this makes me think maybe I'm undervaluing it a bit. I mean, obviously, if you have a windfall already, it's terrible, but it's pretty sweet here, too. So we trade this. Everybody traded, unsurprisingly. We're probably going to have to settle. Yeah, we need settles to happen. So like this, we need this out, and another production world. We have dev leeches. Consumer markets. Maybe we just trade, though. He's likely to dev. he would be relatively likely to settle. But also produce. X2. X2, whether there's a dev or a settle, we get 2 points out of this. Don't really know. Here we have that weird alien hand. It's basically explore plus 1 every round to try and get this out. And just overwhelm them with big points. And there's a dev and a settle here though, unfortunately. I don't want devs to happen at all, but it's bound to miss one at some point. Discard 3 here. So I'm starting to notice that he might be the type of player that doesn't build when somebody could overflow with a good... I mean, he's pretty passive in general. I've noticed he explores a lot, like late game too. He's not usually the guy calling the build phases, but there was at least one game where he was, and calling build phases with weaker than average cards. So still haven't quite figured out how he plays. What skill level he has. What do we care about here? Too many cards. Like this just never sees play, right? All power goal, $1, $2, $4. Looks like he naked traded. No, he had a good... So yeah, like he could have punished this player here, but chose not to. In order to make me overflow, I guess. Or maybe he just doesn't have anything and is just +5ing. Building up his military hand. Setting up. Totally standard. I hate these decisions where you have so many cards and you have to choose like one, because there's so many branching paths of possibilities, like with goals as well, especially. I mean, how likely is it really that we play military? Possible. Production worlds. Like, what is our world that we want to even play here? The worlds kind of suck. Dev here would have been really nice. So, mining robots, also potentially useful. We have to choose one of these devs for sure. We must keep these 3, surely. Mining robots? Seems a little weak. So, 7, 7, 8 cards in hand. X2 or trade. I guess trade makes sense, since we have expensive stuff. We have deficit spending. I think trade is fine. I mean, we want to use this good at some point, and it's looking like we could settle to make sure it happens. Because we need multiple settles. We need this out. We need this out, and that's then a 6.3 card engine with an extra consume power. I feel like trade is right here because we have multiple cards we want to play anyway. Like Public Works, we don't even really care about Public Works to be honest. We could just skip straight ahead to deficit spending. But I guess we can play for the long game here. Don't really need the consume power, so we could start with this one. That way we can keep consumer markets. Oh, we can just chuck this. We're never playing High World here. Seems good. I hate that the game order changes. Basically, it puts It keeps them in order of creation, but if the action goes on you, it goes to the front, I guess is what's happening. So, dev trade. Weird that he'd be deving here. Seems a little bit wrong. I mean, I guess it was because he wanted to play like 7-7 or something. So now we either settle or dev or produce. Once again, we need multiple settles. I mean, he's likely to settle here, so we don't need to settle this round. Or just produce. Have a 6-point engine, can trade. This guy produces. What a bizarre play. So settle. Either we can produce on here or produce on here. I guess we just play the production world first. Maybe. Not really sure. This is probably more efficient. Like, we don't really need to consume power at all, and we might find some other way to produce on a windfall. I guess this is becoming less and less likely. We have good devs. Looks pretty good to me. We have 18 minutes left on this one. We spent 4 minutes since we noticed the game, which is fine. So this game goes dev, settle, produce. Wow, how greedy is that? I mean, I guess it's not that surprising. Also, he is probably just trading next round anyway, still won't have an engine really. So, the plan here was replicate robots. Has that changed? Almost certainly not. And we'll have this produced back on here later. Like, that's pretty sweet actually. I didn't realize that this actually does turn into a production world because of this, so that decision earlier made was just automatically this. So pay 1. I mean, this is a windfall, so we should definitely keep it. This, obviously, so it's research labs or consumer markets. Blocking explore seems nice, because this guy loves to explore, like, really loves exploring. And this, we have nothing going with it at the moment, so yeah. Pretty straightforward. The reason I'm doing this is because unless action is totally only on you, it won't tell you it's your turn in a game. See, like this. So you can save time, especially in the 4-player games, by doing this. However, I want to check the real-time game. Get this one done. So produce on there, certainly. Now we trade. So doomed world into terraformed world. Interesting. No discard goal. So he won't overflow if he trades the brown. I mean, he's likely to build here. I guess we're okay with that. So, in this awkward game... Oh wow, he traded... Produce traded for like 6 cards. So suddenly he's back in the game. After like, is this the one where you explore +5 3 times? Somehow... No, this is a different game. I was gonna say, how is he in the game after explore +5 3 times? And having no hand. It's a different game. I have a lot of 3-player games going now, like with combinations of these players. So are we deving? We can't produce. There's no way we can produce. He might actually produce here, which is fine by me. settles are really awkward, so we can export or dev. And by deving, if there's a settle, we can theoretically place Space Mercenaries into damage-dealing factory or something. Thus avoiding playing this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we just dev here. Bank is fine. Otherwise, so he settles, probably our preference over dev or settle. And I guess we just lose this now. Trade. So trading gave me 5 cards and a chip. X2ing would have given me 6 points. I don't know at what point I should stop trading here. I mean, deficit spending is an incentive to continue to trade. Now we have an 8-point engine, right? Yeah, so interesting actually. I was saying how I have too many consume powers, but this consume power is actually not that good for an engine. It's good obviously for draw, but like here I'd rather just crank for 8 every round, which is what I'll be doing. So the extra consume power is actually useful here. So I have just enough to consume my 3 goods. For chips, 8 points, 0 cards. Alternately I could do, actually this would be probably even better, 6 points, 3 cards. So it is redundant. That's fine. Maybe later. There was a decision point here somewhere, I think in this one? No. This one. So this one seemed like it was most likely unwinnable, although he didn't play a very good dev, but I'm pretty sure it's still unwinnable. We shouldn't be called dev for this. So we start with, so we called settle, so what can we draw into to improve our score here? We're definitely playing 1 uplift here. Obviously 2 uplifts would be even better, I guess, so probably start with the uplift. Because, I mean, this is a 2-3-point play. This is a 4-point play already. 1-point play, 2-point play. Can't play. So yeah, we just start with this. A1. This game was super tight. Like, he's gonna crank to 39, he's cranking to 38. He started the round with 39. I started the round with 34. With really high scoring potential. But I'm fairly sure Rain's gonna win it by playing a big yellow world here. If he doesn't have a big yellow world though, we probably win. Because both their hands of these engine guys were not that large. So like, what did they dev? Did he dev anything? So yeah, they both pass on dev, the 2 engine guys, so they're both gonna play some settle. I mean, if he plays a yellow world, he gets a lot of points out of it. So we trade this, of course. Consume that. So what happened here? Huh, interesting. Black market trading was such a fascinating card. If it was 2 cost, it would be too much. 3, it seems like 2 cost would be too little. 3 seems like a little bit too much, but it's like the card's definitely growing on me after over thousands of plays. And he called settle for this. Leech produce. And now we have an 8-point engine if we want it, so I guess we'll just be producing at this point. We have okay, settle leech. Good dev leech, definitely. I feel like we're in a pretty good position here. He has and he draws 4 cards for 1 action every 2 rounds. He doesn't have a produce leech other than a card so far, so we're not in too bad a position. Here we're passing on dev with the alien board. I guess we'll start up another game. 3-player Gathering Storm might get some different players. So how many games do I even have going? 8, so I'm getting up there again. I'm curious to see how I can handle infinite 3-player games, because 2-player games and 4-player games, it was just too much. Too complicated, too overwhelming to have all these decisions every morning and evening or whatever. 3-player hopefully will be the sweet spot. That's what I'm hoping. So against AIs, What is happening here? This is round 1. With these 2 cards out, our 2 main cards, we need only phase 1. That's pretty nice for this. Reach for the water bottle, pick up the whiskey bottle. No, bad. I'm not a huge fan of deving here. It's not my style, especially when you don't have a backup dev. Settling is pretty good. Not that anybody's likely to produce here. Producing actually might be good here. Settle's fairly likely. I think produce is good. They settle so much on round 1 in this format, it seems. Leech, Spice World, trade for 4 and then 7. Pretty nice. 7 cards for 3 actions. Early game, pretty good. Don't really have any reason to explore. I mean, if they don't settle, I'm still trading for 3, so gaining a card over 2 rounds. Huh. Wow, trade league. I mean, as much as I'd like to keep this thing, trade league is the bomb. Can't even really consider anything but this. And we trade here, and we can play trade league in the future. Of course they make it super awkward. I feel like I've been in this position before where I had the trade league and then too many builds happened and then I kept keeping up on the builds and then never got trade league out till super late and it became awkward. So like, it might actually be correct to double pass here. Interestingly. Man, this game could have gone so much better if... Well, I guess it's weird. If they'd settled, then what would I be at here? I'd be at 2 cards in the hand. Ignore build phases, trade to 6, and then yeah, then I could dev trade. That'd be pretty sick. So if they had simply settled on round 1, this game would be amazing. Instead, it's awkward. This guy's still not trading. I guess he has Money Conglomerate, maybe? I don't know. So if we play public, we could go all in Public Works Spice World. That seems wrong. We could pass dev, play Spice World, but that's the path that leads to this being played so much later than we want. If we pass, we go to 8. And it's still not even that good. Produce, if there's a dev, we go down to 1. If there isn't, if there's a settle, what is it? We go down to 5. Could not dev this. Short a card unless there's an explorer. I think we're gonna go check on the human games because that's getting complicated. It's taking too long. Get the real-time game done. 14 minutes. So what are we doing here? Producing, of course. Dev, settle, produce. The whole thing. So deficit spending, we go to 4. Settle that's pretty nice. Do we have any reason to try and force our way into getting Terraforming Guild? I mean, deficit spending, it's pretty early for deficit spending. It's going to be a 6 dev on its own. And this is more efficient than deficit spending. I don't know, I'm going to go with this. Like, we're drawing off dev too, so we might draw into other small devs that are useful. I don't know. Pay 2, like that, I guess. So we pass on dev, there's a settle now. Terrible dev. I mean, presumably he's playing a green world here. Like a green windfall, I mean, but that doesn't fit his tableau, so he's probably just not an amazing player. So settle, looks like it's time for Rosetta. Pay 3. Plays a green windfall, yeah. Nice. So trade there, trade here, and what here? We can settle this and then trade. So that seems good. Settle it, and we can even leech this on the next round if there's a settle. So yeah, Wish we could naked trade here, but certainly we cannot. Right. I feel like I need to face this situation more often to learn it for the long run. How to play this spot. Going all in, trading to 3, definitely wrong. Which means Public Works cannot be played, because Public Works pass on settle doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes some sense, actually. Go to 3, trade to 6. Explore to 8. Leech this down to 1, 2, including that. Explore again. So slow. But that actually might be better than playing Spice World here, because if we play Spice World here, that just really throws this out. We go down to 2 cards, trade to 5, explore to 7. Explore to 7, then dev. Looks like settle's actually better here. I think we're gonna pass on dev and play this. Try that. Trade this good. So, question now is, we might actually produce here, which would be nice. So what was I saying? Export some, then dev. Oh wow, export duties. Jesus. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to +1 here with this hand. Settle. See, this is the problem. If I keep up on settles, I'm just never gonna get this out. Oh wow, new survivalist is amazing here. Don't need that. So, we play it. It's so good, holy shit. What a draw. Now what? Merchant Guild's really nice too. I'm supposed to like naked trade here? Definitely need to keep checking on the humans. Somebody's gonna time out basically of that game. I almost should just sit here and stare at it. I guess I could theoretically two-table this by having 2 copies open. Keep this one visible. How would I even do that though for my scenes? I guess I could do it, it's doable, but I don't know if it's worth it. So here, new game. Right, so we're consuming on there, and then producing back. Not much to do. So yeah, what are we doing here? Also, looks like the album's almost over. We could produce dev, just forget all of this trash. I mean, he might produce though. In fact, he probably will produce. Well, no, actually, because of my board. My board is too strong for him to produce, I think. So I feel like he most likely will not produce. He's more likely to trade. But in before produce, that's for sure. Produce. I could explore to 8. If there's a settle, I play this down to 5. Trade. God, I hate this so much. Reach the settle. Oh wow, we drew contact specialist somewhere. Nice. Yeah, X2 it up. So like, when we X2 here, if we put 2 goods into this and then discard 2 for chips, it ends up being a 2, 4, 6, 8.1 card engine. If we dump them into the other ones, it's an 8.0 card engine, but I can discard 2 from hand in addition. Might actually be worth trading here, to be honest, with this hand. mainly because of terraforming guilds. It's only 6 though, it's actually not that much. 6 for 7 cards. It's less efficient than just deficit spending all my cards. This is 1 card for a chip, this is a card for a chip, 3 maybe. What about this? So I'm missing 1 and 3. He's likely to trade. He will dev most likely, maybe settle. I could dev to leech the settle. Dump all my goods at half value. How would that go? So I would go down to 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't seem great. What about trading? 5, 8, 6, go to 9. Oh, this homeworld makes everything so weird. Everything you thought you knew about engines goes out the window. I think I'm just going to go with the straightforward X2. Dump for chips, and then see how that goes. It's pretty damn strong. I doubt we lose. So, new game here against Ace of 86 and Al Sidon. 3-player Gathering Storm goals. So, what do we got? Interesting. So we can go brown into brown into brown into brown into brown. G-Fed as well, but so nothing fitting Doomed World, so certainly playing that. Too many worlds, like, actually this would be -1, so we would kind of have to play it. Although it's sad to lose this, but G-Fed, maybe? Not a huge incentive to play it. I mean, no 6-step goal, basically. And no powers. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people would keep G-Fed here. I'm not sure it's actually the best play. But I mean, keeping all these seems wrong. Just go all brown. Not sure about what to do there. So here we, so go straight trade, we settle this, paying 1. And it looks like I actually mathed this wrong. I won't be able to leech this, that sucks. Unless somebody explores on the next round, which isn't that likely. Awkward. So here's that game. How are we playing this? You might still be correct to play Replicant Robots here. It seems a little bit too good. I mean, playing Terraforming Robots isn't that beneficial. We're just going to go ahead and do that. So pay 4. This costs 4 for 7 points. Multicolor goal. I mean, this is now not really worthwhile because we have -3. This is free, 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 cost 1. You definitely want all 3 of these. Which one is... Oh, we have to pay both 2 more, so I guess we just dump these. Looks pretty good. And then settle. Base bank, interesting. So I guess this is our best first roll, maybe? Produce, and then settle. Leeching this if there's a settle. I don't know. What's the best world here first? Surely the ones that produce goods are more important first. And this one gets us a card as well. But it's the weakest of the 3, so I'm not really sure that that's correct. Here we discard to produce. And then trade. Super straightforward. Here, I was thinking we'd probably explore +1/+1 so we can actually keep all of this. Mainly keep these 3. Because that's kind of the purpose of this hand. Nobody has Separatist Colony, so that's fine, that's good. So yeah. So, how do we play this now? Wow, somebody produced. That's sick. It's like playing against AIs. Get the crank again for 8 points. It's like a 16-point engine. Thank you very much. Argos traded, unsurprisingly. So yeah, this is a great round. Holy crap. So 8.1 card or 10.0 card. Given there's a produce, I guess we just take the cards. I suspect. I don't know for sure. And then discard 2 here. Something like that. Down to 12 minutes, so it should be fine. We spent 10 minutes so far, more than half the game. Assuming neither of our opponents times out. So I think I could set up another real-time game. 3-player goals, Gathering Storm. Hopefully that's the right length, yeah. Okay. Popped up, but it's not actually ready. So here, everybody explored. +5 for Alcedon. So we get this, which is good. This is okay. This is actually not bad here. It allows us to skip Alpha Centauri pretty nicely. I think I'm good with that. It makes this cost 1 more, but that's fine. This isn't that good. It's pretty expensive. 3 cards up front to get 3 cards back. It's like whatever. So that means we dump this, I guess. It's pretty nice though, with a bunch of brown production worlds. Trade for 6 instead of 3 every time. I mean, we have too many worlds. Like, we're not gonna get to this. Like, this is even better, and we're theoretically we want to play it, but I don't know that we even will. So x2 again, certainly. Dev settle x2. So he produced and then settled. I see, because he wanted to be able to trade on passively. Kind of interesting play. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't worth it. So dev settle x2. So yeah, I mean, sure that we play contact specialist into this thing. Profit. This is just never going to see play at this point. Fairly sure. Draw 1 back. Play this. Crank. Might want to keep enough to play this. I like that we're getting a good mix of players creating real-time games, so the community seems pretty active. So yeah, so this murderous on the brain game. I feel like it's so hard to know. It's like 50-50 whether he's going to trade or produce. And I mean, if I produce when he produces, it's such a disaster. He's probably going to settle, I guess. We're actually not that well off with the 2 big goals. Leave it to AIs to put up a fight on both goals somehow still. So he's only 1 down on production, he's equal on blue grounds. And I have none in hand. It's ridiculous that I start with this and that it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get both of these goals. It's so ridiculous. Like, what do I need to have? We could also explore, go to 8, down to 5. Can't even play that. Like, it's... Problem here is I've drawn too many cards that I want to play. Maybe I should, like I was asking earlier what to do in that spot, right, earlier on. Maybe I should just produce immediately, skip a round or whatever. Just produce trade again as soon as possible. So I'm not, like, having such a small hand size trying to get this out. I'm like playing Explorers maybe to keep up. Explorers, there's just no way. Produce, let's go. Explore dev. Wow. Interesting. That was not expected. Let's check on humans. So, is it time to start settling here? We're deving. Could just explore. Get this out first anyway. If there's no dev, play this. Call dev the next round. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do that. So dev. So do we just go all in on trade league now? If we don't, it's bad, right? So let's say we play a 1 dev, we go down to 5, we can't even call dev. So basically it's Merchant Guild or Trade League here. Interesting. Merchant Guild is so good, but I mean Trade League's insane. It's so sick that we're losing all of this stuff. All of it, most of it goes so well with our board and with Trade League. But I guess we'll draw new cards. I guess now we explore. Although we're not even guaranteed they're going to consume. That's the problem here. So if I trade, what happens? I could trade these two. So that would give me 2, 4, 5, 10. So actually trade is pretty good here. Guarantees it happens. I mean, it's going to happen actually. But because my hand size is so low, it's actually fine. I think we'll just trade here. We didn't even trade. Imagine if this player didn't trade here. And I didn't trade. Called dev. So weird. He has -2 set up. And I guess he can put these blue goods in here and then trade the brown one maybe? Okay, so are we going trade, saving this? Or trade, 1 card? Either way we get 10 cards. So I'm pretty sure this is better. Saving it good, so now we can build and leech or consume if ever it happens. Which it could easily here and should. This guy's a big hand. Might explore. What do we have going on here? We can dev or settle. We can leech settle easily. We have blue brown, nice. I mean, this is a good time actually to take the blue brown, but you can just swing it back later. With logistics, because you can play 2 worlds when you have improved logistics out. Half choked on the water. Nobody ever learns how to drink, apparently. You'd think they would, given that it's the most basic thing to living. So if I settle, I'd probably play this, going down to 7, trading up to 11, so I overflow, which is actually good. Do we want settles more or devs more in general? I mean, this feels like a spot where I should probably push settle, just, yeah. Punish this guy. Thing is, he's gonna settle a lot of the time here, and if he devs, what happens? Then it's ugly, right? And I mean, deving gets me an extra card. I guess I should probably just dev. And if I dev and he settles, I can actually play this, trade up. Yeah, that's pretty good. He's far more likely to settle than dev anyways. What is going on? So this guy explores, this guy settles with 1 card in hand. In before he plays 2 blue-brown production worlds. Okay, so NGO. This isn't that good. So no consume phase. It's so silly. I feel like, I mean, I thought AIs consume more, but the more I play them, the less they seem to consume relative to what I thought. I guess it depends on the format. But in this format, they really don't trade a lot. In 3-player Gathering Storm, specifically. So we have dev and settle. No trade. It's brutal when you have trade league and they don't trade, actually. That's the thing, it's so strong that them trading is not even good. So maybe that's why they don't trade here. Good on them. Go new economy star nomad lair, saving some stuff. How does that look? So 5. I should actually check on game again before I time out. What? Apparently it's not ready. So I won this one, 55, 36, 15. Oh wow. Nice 5 alien card finish. Not good enough though. Guess I had a pretty monster board. Terraforming Guild, NGO, another 9.6 dev, bunch of worlds, couple goals. Nobody got the dev goal. That's so rare. Nobody got the production goal. Not as rare. Nobody got the powers goal. Nobody got the chip goal. What a weird game. Didn't need it, clearly. I got the other 2 goals. So neither of them got any goals. So these guys must not be super experienced with goals or something. To get literally 0 goals. So that game is done. And our other game that's real-time doesn't seem... Oh, there's another real-time game now, actually. I gotta be careful. Is this one real-time? Yep, 26 minutes. Alright, so... Epsilon or Danny. Game World, there's nothing. So we're probably not playing that. Production Worlds, devs, 6 devs. This is garbage. Opening hand, anyway. Not the best opening hand, but... I guess it's workable. This into this. This for chipping card and this to trade. Gets us 2 colors. Money Robots seems pretty far off. We might go military here, so I'll go with that. So trade's fairly likely. Settle's fairly likely. So probably need to settle here. I could produce. What a weird play. Produce for Rebel Sympathizers, AI style. And then if there's a settle next round as well, I could trade this. It's pretty sick, actually. Alternately, I could just explore. Produce won't help him this round. I think I'm gonna produce. I mean, this player has to trade, right? He's gonna settle most of the time. Of course, if he plays a production world here, that's the problem. This doesn't look so good anymore. All this is really getting me is 2 chips and a card off of a produce. It's not bad. I don't really know what to do here. Settle is also possible in case he doesn't. To leech to consume. It's pretty important that a settle happens here. Produce would have worked. Let's check the other real-time game. Looks like somebody's gonna time out probably. So here, settle trade. I explored. Start with that, paying 2. This seems pretty weak here. I mean, it's actually not bad. Maybe we just chuck this. Now that we have this, it's just so weak. Goodbye. Here, I don't really remember what's happening in this game. This doesn't look familiar to me at all. Somebody has showed up that hadn't made an action in a while. A few days. So military board here. 10 military. He has a military goal. He has a blue-brown goal too. Jeez. That is not good. Like usually there's at least an engine guy or somebody fighting him for it. So now he doesn't. He can still play all the big worlds and still keep this blue-brown, which is brutal. So he can like get the multicolor goal. So I like his chances. We have G-Fed, so there's that. No, everybody has pretty low hand, so 3 cards, so he's likely to trade here for 5. We don't really want to call settle into his board, of course. He might actually settle. Looks like he might, or produce. Produce, I guess, is okay. But yeah, presumably I have to simply dev here. Leeching Terraform World, I guess, is not the worst thing ever. Actually, Mining Robots on this is pretty nice. But yeah, I guess we just dev, because we have GFed. Somebody else dev'd, and he explored. Wow. Interesting. That's probably good. I mean, the more he does that, the better, because he's not going to build up a hand. But I guess he'll just trade next round once he has something to leech with for settle. But it's also a good sign that he probably didn't have that good of a hand. Like, it's not like he had a 7-7 and 6-6 there. I think we're going to go check on the real-time game. Let's see it. It's here. So here, opponent forfeited. It was I don't remember the game. That's the thing, I don't like that you don't see what the game state was when somebody forfeits. So I'll never know what game it was exactly that died there. So lots of games going now. Opponents are all awake and whatnot. It's actually the first time I think that I play Race on the weekend. Let alone this new version, Steam version, mobile version, where people... Basically, it's interesting to see how much they play on the weekend. So, dev, explore, so no settle. I guess that's a good thing, but no produce either. So what's our keep here? Blue-browns are good. I guess New Vinland's slightly better. Yeah, it's a 3rd color. We can actually get 4 colors. That's kind of nice. So we can play this, threaten the blue-brown goal, and then get 4 colors. Unfortunately, though, he can get the 4 color right before us, so... It is what it is. Now, everybody devs. So that turn where he did nothing and I traded and he traded, and I overflowed. Now we're all deving. So, I mean, I guess we go bank, and then GFed. Surely. Pay 1. Stupid dollar powers keeping me holding on to it. I mean, this thing, am I really ever playing this? Just seems like no. Especially now that I'm going to be playing GFed next round. Just never going to get around to that. So here, we're settling, and there's a produce. I drew this too, must be nice. Goal-wise, I mean, we have 0 color, 0 alien, 0 production, 0 blue-brown. We can pay 1 more, trade for 2 more. So I guess we just play this. Trade. Go to 8 next round. What if we play this? For argument's sake, go to 5, dev, 6, minus 3 to 2, 3, 4. Lose our good. Keeping 2 windfalls. 4 cards in hand, can leech this down to 2. Might actually be better. How are the hand sizes looking? So I mean, he produced, so he's leeching a dev here and a settle, so he's going to trade next round 100%. So he's not building, and he's settling. Presumably will leech the produce. 1 card in hand, so he might not, but almost certainly. So he will be trading next round. So basically, there's not going to be any build phases next round. So we're not in a hurry to actually get this out. And I mean, although we would like to punish them with a dev next round, but I mean, we're going to be punishing them with plenty of dev. So I think we just play this and trade. That seems good to me. He does play gigantic. So after 3 x4 plus 5s, he finally found something. So yeah, we trade now, and then just run away with the game, pretty much. Well, he has 4 cards, so theoretically he could build, but yeah, not that likely. And actually, he has a lot of cards too, so maybe he will settle here. It's fine though. It's probably still the best play in hindsight. Let's check on the real-time games. So dev settle, right, consume. Got a flurry of games. Looks like we're catching up though. So what is this? Robin QZ. We explore +5, right? This was the desperate opening hand. Looking for a settle, and what do we get? No settles. So I mean, are we supposed to go all in Rosetta Stone World now? Like, it's so bad. Oh my god. Like, you'd think I'd get something, anything mediocre. So is there a dev we can keep that makes sense? It's not likely, given that none of our cards are really playable. So no, no, no. Maybe research labs. Is this a game where we like pass here and then explore again to leech Alien Robotic Factory? Silly as that is. I mean, settle's not that likely next round, so like playing this and then exploring twice to leech this probably actually isn't that bad. Really damn slow, but at least we're set up for the game after that. Problem is if nobody ends up going produce heavy, we only ever trade every 2 turns at best. It's not that great. Oh, and I +5 actually, so I can't even play this. Oh, I can play this and explore +1 twice. I mean, this is just whatever anyways. I'm not the style of player to go all in on research labs, especially not calling dev for it. I guess I could keep it and explore next round, pass here. In any case, so moving on here, we certainly use this power and this, and then we can discard for chips. We're up by a significant margin. Hand size is pretty small, didn't trade, so pretty good position. Wow, would you trade league? Interesting. A bit late for it though. So yeah, presumably we just discard 2 here and move on. So what are we drawing? A settle bonus? Looks like nothing relevant. So what's a settle? Yeah, you see, 7-6. As expected, the best possible settle in the deck. Meaning that we can't win. Our best settle is going to be this, I think. So this is just less points. Less. So nothing exciting. Yeah, we did our best. Best just wasn't good enough, but not by much. I mean, he's ending at 54 and we're ending at 50, so we're pretty damn close to beating G-Fed bankers. PGR. Like, look at this fucking board. The 3 best devs in the game pretty much, or at least in combination, they're insane. In a 4-player game. And this, to get this out that early, and to still only be 4 points behind with this kind of trashy board. I'll take it. Real-time game. Nope. So here. What even is happening? Right, this is where we all dev'd. So I mean, super likely to settle. I guess fairly likely to dev, but probably shouldn't if you knew what we had. And we're gonna dev, I guess. Also, we might need to play like a baby dev here, just to play some good settles. And that's fine, because like we want to play these probably anyway. So before or after G-Fed makes no difference. So we're definitely deving here. So in the real-time game here, presumably we're just producing with our 10-point engine. Over here, 4-player game. What's happening here? So this looks like the final round to me. Choosing an action. Right, we have a good dev, we have a good settle. This is 5 points, 5 point, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both 5. However, somebody presumably has G-Fed, right? So look at Rain once again with PGR and bankers and logistics. Who's in the lead, so 9 with a big hand. Chronux, I'm pretty sure he's going to export +5 here. Like, I've seen this situation multiple times now from him, and with his hand size and whatnot, I'm pretty sure he's just going to play passive. And then this player is just completely out of the game. Wow, consume markets into no blues. Interesting. And he has a small hand size, so he's probably not going to contribute to a build phase, so... Rain, it's hard to know. So is he going to dev or settle here? He only has 3 military, so I guess he's more likely to dev. If he devs, he has to assume there's going to be an explorer, but I'm not sure the way he thinks. Maybe he doesn't assume that, but I know for a fact that there's going to be an explorer here pretty much. So he goes to 10, 11 on a dev, plays a 6 dev for 5 net cards, down to 6, 7, 8. So he has 8 cards for settle phase. Jesus. I mean, there's no way we can win here. I'm like barely matching a score with a dev and settle. So like, what am I even doing? I guess I have to settle though. I don't know. I hate spots like this where you're 100% losing. Like, but you can't forfeit. I mean, you can, but with the current state of the software, you don't want to be forfeiting. It sucks for your opponents. They lose all their stats. I lose all my stats too. So what happened here? So export dev produce. Can't play contact specialist. Discard it. I guess we play this for point for a card. Never play that. What's the time looking like? 4 minutes. I should probably be careful, basically. Consume that. Yeah, see, this is the worst case scenario. So because I didn't produce now, he's going to trade. So I can't settle this and trade it. I'm relying on him to settle for me to naked trade. Like, if only I'd produced. But I mean, it's only like a 50-50 that he actually will settle there. So, like for a random player that I don't know, I've noticed they don't actually settle as often as I would expect with this whole mod. So, didn't pull the trigger on the produce. I'm now regretting it. Huh. So that game is not in my list of games. I mean, it's here, but... Right, here it is. Needed to dig for it. So, like... Naked trade or no? I mean, it's kind of pointless. We now actually have some kind of military board stuff, so we should dev, leech to settle. Seems fine. Produces? So that's weird. Naked produce, I guess, but... So I wonder what the hell he was thinking there. It's not like he could have Black Market Trading World. And nobody has a good. So basically what could he have that would even make sense? There's nothing in the deck, I don't think. 2-cost brown production world doesn't make sense. I guess the 2-cost blue production world? No, it doesn't make sense either. We would just naked trade them. I don't know. This is not a real-time game. This one is. Produce on here, presumably. So I guess now we settle. So he naked produce and leech the dev down to 1. So I guess he's not producing again. I mean, there's no guarantee he's going to settle. No guarantee he's going to settle. So I guess we're just going to settle. Get the job done. Here... What is going on? So we traded and there's a settle from Rob. We could play this. Seems bad, so we would play this. Free. "22 minutes. Goes pretty quick, even when I'm paying attention here. Somehow, I mean, I missed the first 4 minutes, I think. So here against AIs, we call dev, and there's no consume, and there's a settle, right? So we were deciding on what, playing that, going down to 5, reaching this maybe down to 1. Or playing this, and yeah, I think this makes more sense. Play this. We're up in production world anyway. So play this and then keep this and like a 6 ever 2 or whatever. Yeah. In any case, I play that, dump that, dump that, dump this, 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 something like that. So he actually did find a world on the Explorer. Crazy. Now he has what? An 8-point engine. Presumably he will X2 here, I guess. Maybe trade. So, I mean, now it seems guaranteed. But, I mean, I don't want to call either build phase, so that's the problem. I mean, I can, though, and I probably should. Just settle and hope to draw into something. If ever he explores, I can keep SETI. So that's pretty good. What the hell is going on? Still no fucking trades. Unreal. Like, what does it take for him to consume here? 8-point engine, or 5 cards, 2 chips. Not trading. With 0 cards in hand. I mean, they do tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of simulations, so maybe my position is just that strong. Because I do draw more than him. So if he trades, he gets 5 cards, 2 chips, right? And I get, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. I get 7 cards. So I get more than him out of the phase when he calls it. Just, I didn't expect that AIs played that well. So, dev, settle, trade. So now he trades. Yeah, it makes sense. He dev'd colony ship. We passed on it. And we play this. What can we play? We have 4 military reds. We can only play this. We don't want to play this ever anymore. Oops. Interesting. So now what? Produce? Nobody has a leech. I mean, he does have a leech, but it's 3 cards for 1 action. It's not the end of the world. We get 4, 5, 6 cards in a chip for 2 actions, so we get 3 cards in a chip extra for 1 action over him. So produce is definitely beneficial. Wow, look at this draw. Huh. Problem here is if there's no explorer and there's a settle. It seems unlikely though, like he's not going to settle. He might settle. But he's likely to what? Produce? I could also just pass on the settle if ever there's no explorer, but that's kind of brutal. I mean, the average player here is going to explore there, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just going to produce. God damn, deving. Even worse. So brutal. So like, now I have to lose one of these or pass. Like in the long run in this spot, 75% of the time there's an explorer. The 25% of the time there isn't. It's so annoying, and this is that 25%. Great. Yeah, genetics lab for the produce leech, even worse. And actually, we have to discard to produce. I probably did this. Oh, no, okay. I get a card here. That's fine. Probably play this, discard this, I guess. Madness. Check on the real-time game. This is it, actually. Forgot about that. Can I pass here? I mean, we're gonna have no more cards next round anyway, if there's a settle. Not that that really is likely to happen. So he's gonna trade. Jesus Christ, this board's starting to get a bit scary. I guess I shouldn't be surprised he settled. And sometimes he has genetics lab here, so it just sucks. The rest of the time he would be exploring, most likely. I really don't know if I'm supposed to pass here or play this. I'm gonna try passing, I think. So here, presumably we are trading now. I mean, we called settle to punish, kind of got coerced by the goals into playing this and not cracking this, and now we're gonna get punished. So if I'd noticed the goals a bit better, I think I might have just simply traded that round. Now we're in an ugly position. I mean, we have to trade though, no question about that. So here, it's been kind of an awkward game from what I recall. A settle was called before we would have liked it to happen, and so we didn't get a military dev out, so therefore now we have to play this weak settle instead of one of these. In any case, now there's a dev, and we dev'd as well. Right, we were planning on playing G-Fed here. Right, this game. He didn't settle, that's interesting. Very passive. I guess he's expecting a dev here and needs to afford it. Probably NGO or something. So it needs to afford it and still hold on to a bunch of stuff. What do we care about here? I guess not really. Gambling World. In Gathering Storm it's terrible. So now we discard Reduce. Is this relevant? Not a very good settle, so that's nice. Presumably this is our discard. Now we trade. So here there's an Explorer, and we settled, and there's still no Consume. I'm just supposed to be doing more trading or X2ing when I have new Trade League in general. Basically, I think people and AIs have caught on to the fact of how strong this card is. So I can't just passively leech the Consumes anymore. It's been kind of the new homeworld, the promo homeworld that lets you consume 2 goods for a chip and 3 cards, kind of gives you an idea of how strong Trade League is, basically. It's similar. So you can't really call Consume into people when they have goods with those cards out. If you're going to trade for 3 and they're going to get 3 cards and a chip, it's a net loss. Net negative. So what's going on here? Another yellow road which we probably don't need. We can't play this, and bank is fine. So probably like that. So actually, yeah, so this is the spot where I was hoping there'd be an Explorer so I could keep like SETI or something. And before he leeches 2 brown worlds, or even 1, like he should not be able to leech anything here, but let me put it past him. So what are we keeping? I guess we wait and see what he plays. There we go, finally passes. What are we keeping? Bank doesn't really make sense. This doesn't, I mean it's 2 4 points, this is, I guess we just keep SETI. So we got both the goals for now. So we're up 1 blue brown and we're up 1 2 production. So at least the production world goal is solid-ish. He does have logistics. The game just flashed, so maybe there's a move available. Oh. What happened to that other real-time game? Okay, no builds, great. So now we can finally breathe. That's the other thing about keeping this whole thing in passing, right, is we could draw into other stuff that makes some of these things null and void, useless, so we probably should have leached the settle there. Played this and kept one of these, whichever one. Probably this one because of the production world goal. And then, because we were likely to draw into military here or whatever, we only need, I mean, there's not even the alien goal anyway. I was going to say we only need 3 aliens, we don't even need 3 aliens. So, how many cards, how many chips did he discard for, if any? It's like 2. And he did 1, looks like. Interesting. I find that players on here seem to discard for chips a little too early, in general. So he's presumably trading, and what are we doing? Just start settling. We have dev strat now too. What does he want? I mean, he's up on devs. 6 dev goals out there. So maybe we're supposed to just dev G-Fed here. Which is awkward because then we lose one of these pieces probably. 3, 6, 9 cards, exported 11, leech what he does. Problem with that is we let him, if he doesn't dev, now he can play a 6 dev next round too. I think we're just going to go ahead and dev here. Wow, we can produce, that's actually pretty nice. So, all in, sir? Almost. So paying 1... Just click wait here. Find that other real-time game because I only have 4 minutes on it. Oh, looks like somebody timed out, yeah. Argos ran out of time, so yeah, rip that experiment. Let's see if the second game finishes. So here, we trade, dev happens, it's a little bit awkward. We actually have little incentive to actually build anything here. The only incentive is that we're the tempo leader. And we can remain the tempo leader. Play new military tactics. I mean, we have Doomed World, so whenever we crack that, we're going to be tied for the tempo lead anyway, so it actually doesn't really even matter. I think we just pass here, to be honest. Pretty sure we just pass. Interesting. I rarely pass in spots like this, but I'm pretty sure passing is fine. We relinquish a little bit of control super late game if Chronox passes at some point, but I think playing a garbage 1 cost dev for 2 cards, not really worth. Oh boy. Only 2 blue worlds. Right, the 6th dev goal happened there. Brutal. But yeah, it is what it is. The timing of things. If only I had traded the previous, instead of trying to punish him, so I ended up getting punished by losing the 6th dev goal. Interesting. Okay, well we drew Lost Pieces Arc World, so that's amazing. He's fairly likely to produce here, so we're just going to go ahead and settle. I mean, I would like to dev, expecting him to settle, but I really need the settle to happen, so I'm not going to mess around. Okay, the real-time game, so he does not play a 6 dev. Interesting. We're paying 5, and then we're producing, so we're only keeping 2 cards at the end of the day here. So after all that, we're probably just chucking this alien path. What are we keeping? So whatever, not keeping that. He's likely to trade next round, discard for a bunch of points. He is likely to trade again, discard for a point. We need 1 and dollar for the all phases, so maybe this is still worth keeping. Oh yeah, there's the multicolor gold too. So there's a lot of value in this world. And this world. They're the two colors we're missing. Hard to say, hard to say. Dev goal. He's up by 1, which sucks. Is he playing here? Multicolored chips. Chips is gonna go to him. 6-7 is me now. Production worlds. Nobody has. I mean, I have 1. The only way we can fight for that at the moment is with this. Okay, well, mainly what's likely to happen next round. Yeah, like everybody's gonna consume, so there's no build phase, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll have a big hand for the following. We'll have 7 cards for the round after. So, I mean, these devs are likely to not even matter. And with our 7-card hand, what would we want to play? Playing these doesn't really serve much purpose unless we had logistics. And so, oh, we can keep all 3. Huh. Interesting. Oh no, we don't. We discard one of them. Right. So we're gonna lose one of these. Which one is it? Might as well decide now, since it's the real-time game. Same idea as earlier. What's better? Production world. Maybe slightly better. So here we settled, and there's so he did not produce, and he got us to settle into him. So maybe settle was wrong actually. May it force him to call the settle phase. Well, in any case, we both fell into the trap. Keep one of these. I don't actually have that many good settles. I guess ATI into this is fine. Not amazing though, but I guess we'll have to dev next round. What's relevant here? Definitely not. Probably not. What's the other big goal? Blue-brown. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Settle this. Surely. I mean, I could also play this and then trade. I'm not gonna dick around, I'm just gonna play that. So here we dev'd with Bank, I guess planning to play for GFed. He also devs in the Explorer, right? So we play GFed at the end. Discard 5, keep 4. I guess we'll wait here, see what they play. Here we trade. Here, right, this brutal of a game. What are we doing here? So we're going all in with this thing and then exploring twice? Or trading and then exploring? I mean, this does blunt the settle phase next round. Because if we play this all in here, Rob for sure is going to expect that I have the 2-2 windfall. 100%. If only we did, but so if ever he was planning to settle again, which is unlikely, but if ever he was, he probably would not. Or like if he has a production world here, I mean he doesn't have a production world here. I was gonna say he could make a trade next round, but it doesn't make any sense. So is this our best to play this all in, or do we just pass? Round 1 settle. Most likely passing is correct. But I hate passing round 1 settles. It's such a huge upfront cost, like an unreal upfront cost actually. So it's 4 cards, 9 cards. I mean, there's no way this can be correct. No way. Because, I mean, let's think about it. Round 2, let's say we play this. Round 2 we explore to 3 cards. Or trade, either way, same thing. Round 3, we explore to 4 cards. Wait, what? 5 cards. So round 4, we're at 5 cards. Praying somebody produces. If nobody produces, round 5 we produce. Round 6 we trade. So we're skipping the first 6 rounds of the game. There's no way we can win, ever. So we're definitely past them. So that means that my explore keep was probably wrong there. If I had gone through the math there. So this is a real-time game, I think. 4 minutes. Uh-oh. What the hell? Fuck. Only our opponents didn't take forever between rounds, so like I'm losing all my clock not looking at the game, basically. 22 minutes so far spent. Wait, what? I did feel like it was lower than I was expecting, so it's 12 now. Okay then. So in this game, I'm keeping 4 cards. Logistics is good. I mean, it's not great here. Military devs. I mean, let's start cutting the chaff. So this is probably going. This is probably going. All powers goal. We would need $1.04, which both those cards have, but I mean that's not great. We'd rather just go military than keep this. I guess same idea for that. So pay 1 more here. Can we really discard this? Wait, we don't need both of these, right? So just chuck that. That seems fine. Basically, if there's a settle, we will play this. If there isn't, we'll play this. Oh god. Trade league. GG. So he's very likely to settle now. Or produce, maybe. More likely to settle. Yeah, so we'll dive and see. So over here in the game where we were going slow rolling, or not slow rolling, but slow alien, actually, need to check the real-time game. Yeah. Let's see how long there is on it. 1 minute now, like. So apparently we're going to time out for our first time ever. Might just stare at this game for a bit. What even am I doing here, though? I should have actually figured that out. Oops. Probably losing this game anyways. Doesn't look great. I have no good devs, so maybe I'm just exploring. Settle. Settle, settle. I mean, my settles are fine. I mean, I don't really want to be settling now. Explore powers, nobody has any, so we'll just explore. By the way, I do have scenes for my stream where I can hide my hand if ever I'm playing a game that you're in and you don't want to see my hand, kind of thing. Let me know if you're there. Still waiting on these guys, and now it says 12 minutes again. Yeah, so it's so weird. I've got a 4-player game with movement. So, easy AI 1 here. Had a pretty mediocre opening, it seemed like. I mean, it's not exactly how you want to start with this. Still hasn't even cracked this. I mean, it's a fine opening, it's not terrible. Like if he has Lost Species Arc World here, I'll be crying soon enough. I have amazing dev powers. So all things being equal, I want to be deving here every time. I mean, deficit spending is totally fine in a 4-player game. I am actually quite a big fan of it. And actually, we have another dev here. I didn't even notice. Space Marines could be useful, depending on what we draw. And if there's an Explorers, hand sizes are all medium. So yeah, we're just deving and see what happens. Over here, so the hand sizes are pretty low. We might actually. Oh wow. Ethan plays that. Rob plays this. So Rob is certainly trading for 6. No shocker there because he actually called settle. I could produce, hoping he settles. I mean, when somebody plays this, they pretty often follow it up with a settle. That's for sure. But I don't know this player, so it could also just be. It's equally likely that he's not going to settle. A new player will often just play this and without any plan for the 4/2 yellow next or whatever. I could call settle, produce trade gets me 4 cards for 2 actions if nobody trades on the second round. So it's okay. I should probably just be settling. Produce settle is pretty good. Get this out. Settle, produce, settle. Such good settles. Like. Problem here is, yeah, settle, produce, settle seems pretty good because I can leech a settle in the next round when he has a big hand. If he has a dev, that's nothing I can do about that. This opening game hasn't gone that well. He's fairly likely to dev, I guess. What did he do last round? He did dev. This is just a settle leech. So he's very likely to settle here. The problem here is he's pretty likely to have a settle leech. Very problematic. He had 1 card after settling. Wait, no, but that was off an Explorer. He's not that likely actually to have a good settle here. So this is actually a pretty good spot to settle, so I'm going to settle. He got a settle bonus and an Explore card. That's all he has in his hand. Explore leech. Let's check on this one now. So Explore dev. Well, we draw into some blue. And then we already have a blue. Oh, we have Spice World. I didn't notice that. So I already had some kind of direction with free trade, but for some reason I didn't notice. So we'll definitely go with that. Playing this puts us down to 4, which is okay. We could settle this, saving this. Export duties is kind of whatever, although it's got the dollar power. Maybe we do actually play that here. It's like, do we go blue or do we get the all-power goal? It's such a strong deviation from what we want to do here. Feels like this is not really worth it here. Problem is, I can't leech a dev in the future. Like playing this, I could then leech a dev again or call the dev. Time-wise, it says 1 minute, but who knows. Check again. Still 1 minute. Check again. Exit. Go back. Check. 1 minute. I think we're just gonna go blue here. I have so many playable worlds. Like this one's decent, this one's fine. Something like that. Diversified, a little weird. Replicant robots, also not great. Calling dev into GFED for replicant robots. Okay then. Choose action. So I mean now settle seems pretty darn likely, so we could actually just produce here. And we now have a 6.3 card engine, I think. Is that good? It's okay. And I mean at least we can, yeah, that's fine. We could even leech a dev theoretically. Not that that's likely to happen. What is happening here against QZ? With, oh yeah, with his atrocious board. The game where we can't win, so we're choosing an action here. And it doesn't really matter. I thought I already chose my action, but I guess not. So Rain is likely to dev. Also likely to settle. I guess he From his perspective, he wants to make sure the dev happens so he can leech a settle. And somebody else has logistics. He doesn't realize that this guy constantly doesn't settle when he has logistics. He'll explore to find stuff, especially when his hand size is low. So I'm fairly certain he's going to dev. And I guess our miracle, somehow, if we can win, somebody has to explore, we have to find miracle cards, and there has to be dev in the settles. So we call dev, hoping to draw like Pan, Galactic, whatever the brown dev is, and then some settle that's better than this. We're only keeping, I guess we get an explore keep and a dev keep, so sorry, we don't dev, we settle. And yeah, the math is exactly right, even if there's no explore. But yeah, a sad game over there. So here, now it still says we have 1 minute, and there's no settle. Like, how bizarre. Getting devved into again. Okay, so definitely dump that. So it turns out we have a 4-point engine then, because our opponents don't really know what they're doing. And I mean, we're just not going to win. In spite of himself, he's going to win anyway. So that's done. Okay, AI, oh no, it says I have 8 minutes. Clock is weird. I'm gonna report that again, because I thought they would have fixed that by now, that kind of thing. I already reported a similar bug, but this one's weird, so it constantly says I have 1 minute. And then 12 minutes. Counting down. Now 8 minutes. It says 1 minute. 8 minutes. So what's happening here? Right, so we're leeching a dev. Surely we're playing this. Trying to get everything out, I guess. Fair enough. So here, right, in this disaster of a game, we trade, I guess. By trading we see 2 cards, so we gain more by trading, so we're just gonna go ahead and trade. They're likely to trade anyways. Everybody's gonna have a huge hand, and I guess I can explore +5 again to if I don't get anything. Try and salvage the game, but what a disaster this game is, holy shit. I guess that'll happen sometimes. Not I guess, I know, but it's so rare that he gets that atrocious of an opening hand. Oh wow. Interesting draw. I mean, I have to produce, so I have to discard to produce. Trade. I mean, now there might be some... We're not that far into the game. We should be able to get all 3 of these out, and that's a pretty sick board. So yeah. I expect he's going to trade here. If he settles, it kind of sucks. And this player probably will trade as well, but we'll see. I don't know why I feel like one of them's going to settle here. Against AIs, right, where they're never consuming. If we trade, we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Go to 13, get the discard goal. It's actually not bad. 3, 4. We'll go to 9 if we x2. No, is that right? Yes. So I guess we just trade. I mean, they're not consuming, yeah. Actually, I was sure he was going to finally consume here, but he still didn't consume, which is so crazy. So no builds, and there's an explorer, so we're going to overflow by quite a lot. Well, we would hit 10 if we didn't trade, so if we x2'd, so that's fine. Do we ever care about this? Probably not. 3 terraforming cards. We discard 1 more. So keep 1 of these. Just keep the big cards. Trade. Discard 4. He also gets the goal, sadly. Try to check on the games, actually. So yeah, they settled. Not only did one of them settle, they both settled. So I guess I have to play this here. And then keep which one? I mean, he's probably gonna settle again, right? So hope he doesn't have black market trading world. That would really suck. I mean, dev seems fairly unlikely to happen now, so as good as that is, 3, 4, 5, that's a 6-point play, and we draw. This is just sadly going to be better, I guess. And it's a production world, so there's some outside chance we get this. Astriana, a bunch of 2PA base game, no worlds games. So we're discarding against AI here. A whole bunch of irrelevant stuff. Thank you very much for the follow. For some reason it didn't show up. Also, it was really low volume. I'm gonna take a guess that it's Bunaroo. Thank you very much. Welcome. One more discard. Maybe move that way. Check on the human games. Nope. So now what? Are they going to consume? So he wasn't consuming when he had an 8-point crank. Is he really going to consume now? I would expect no. Like, why would he consume? So it looks like nobody's going to consume, and they're going to be... So basically, I think I need to reverse my strategies against AIs when I have Trade League. So where normally you would just build and leech the consumes, it's the other way around. They're doing the building, and I need to be doing the consumes. So X2 seems good. And they produce. Interesting. So he's getting 2 points off the consume. I'm getting 2 points off the consume, so I didn't even gain anything there. And he's getting 2 points in a card. Everybody's going to overflow. I don't know. Oh god, I hate these decisions where I'm going to have to choose 10 out of 17 cards to keep. Too complicated. So how long do we have on this one? 6 minutes now. Come on, guys. It's really not real time. So like the clock keeps going down. What is this now? Mick Chrono, we settled. Right, no produce where I was expecting one. He has a windfall, so now he does have the 6-point engine. And it looks like he didn't need to explore to be able to afford that, I think. Maybe he did. He had 2 cards, explored to... no, he had 3. Explored to 5, down to 2. So either he drew this on the Explorer, most likely he drew it on the Explorer. Because otherwise he could have just called the settle or leached it produced. He would have either settled or produced, most likely, if he already had it. I mean, I would anyway. I don't know. So here, drew another alien, which is nice. It's a pretty good one. And I guess we're planning on deving next round. We kind of have to against his board. And then we'll be trading, I guess, the round after. Hoping this guy settles next round, which is super possible. He called settle for this. So actually, is he going to sneak out the alien goal? I guess we would tie. Because there's no other alien devs. So discard 2. I mean, I'm never playing like this. This. Close enough. Call dev, go. Find the real-time game. Not available. So here we called dev and there is a settle, so we had to play this to be able to leech one of our military worlds. So sadly, he finally calls settle. Would have liked him to wait one more round so I could get this out and play both of these. But what you gonna do? So play this trade, presumably. Looks good. Back to AI, so yeah, trade for infinite, produce back. I hate this. So, we have 1 military. I guess that never gets played. This looks unlikely. 6 dev wise, this doesn't look very good. This. All powers, we need 2. So I need to just dev G-Fed next round. I doubt we get both of these out ever. Close enough. And then dev. Is he finally going to consume? They haven't consumed it in forever. Like, why would they start now? So I consumed here. Nobody. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I need to look at the trade line. So I XU'd here. I traded. Nobody. 1 AI traded here. Same time I did on round 5. We're crazy. So I traded once. Nothing. I trade twice. He trades once. I trade 3 times. And then X2. So 4. I've called 4 consumes, and between the 2 of them, there's been 1 consume call. And a lot of that was before I even had Trade League out. So, like, is he really going to finally decide to start consuming? I feel like no. So I probably just have to consume again? It's so bizarre. I mean, I am treading water. We're all gaining 2 points around if this continues. And the chip pool empties out and I win. If nothing changes, so... Oh, somebody dev'd. I don't know. So we'll definitely play G-Fed. It's pretty straightforward here. So discard that. Play G-Fed, get the goal set up. Never gonna play this at this point, nor this. All the small cards, well, small worlds are have value, especially the Windfall. And like green and yellows. Although they both have 3 colors, so that's not likely. Never played that, probably never play that. Oh, that's better than Secluded World. Click that so I don't have to redo it. So dump this. And then 1 world. This is 4 points. This is 7. 7 for 6, 4 for 3. And 3 for 1. 4 for 1. So this isn't really that good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just go like that. Keep a cheap one and a big one. And then trade for infinite. There's no produce here, so I do have to be careful how I want to do this. Let's just come back to that. Somebody gonna time out or what? Still have 6 minutes, so that's good. Right, so I could either, what did I call here? X2. Right, so I can't actually use all my goods anyways, so it doesn't matter. Discard 1. Guess X2 again. Can't be bad. Explore, settle, consume, no produce. Now they stop producing. It's pretty amazing that this guy's not producing with this board. Holy crap. So he has, well, I guess 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 point, 3 card engine, not producing. Pretty incredible. I guess in its mind, so to speak, it's trying to fight for the production and blue-brown goals, or at least the blue-brown. It's got 4 with logistics. And I mean, it can still swing that stuff. Actually, I was probably not... Yeah, I did the discarding wrong. I should have been keeping the blue-browns and the production worlds. Completely messed that up. Forgot about that detail, going back and forth between games. So, explore phase, we keep one of these. There's a settle, so sadly we dumped the 5-3 to the browns, which I'm pretty sure I had in this game. Maybe not, I don't remember. So he can play 2 worlds, so he could get the 6 blue browns and 4 production worlds. He didn't call settle though. I think we're going to come back to that in a bit. Trade that, consume that, and then I guess, produce with our 6-point engine. So what does this settles? Nothing crazy. I don't know, I'm scared though. I mean, it should be okay. Like, what's it gonna do? Discard 3 cards down to 0 here? Loses good. So he's really not in that great of a position. He is up by some number of points though. Like, I'm gonna produce. What's he gonna do? Explore? Or settle 2 trashy worlds? 4 points or something? 3 points? What is this guy doing? Just playing windfalls. Small hand. Lost all his goods. He hasn't seemed prone to produce. Actually, he did produce once in a weird spot, I think. What is that again? Soma, I believe. Yeah, he did produce once. Yeah, he played this windfall and then produced rather than trading, which was confusing. He might have misclicked, I guess. Never discount the possibility of the misclick. Learned that in poker. So here, what are we doing? We can either take. I mean, we should probably play it good. I don't know. So we're up on production, so we should probably just ignore those goals, to be honest. We're up by 17 on him. Let's say he swings both goals. So he's up by 3. But then we just play lots of power cards and just win. Doesn't seem that likely that he can even swing the goals, though. What happens if I play this? I go down to 5, trade to 10, overflow, get 2 points. If I play this, go down to 6, or go down to 7, trade for 6. My math is starting to get hard here. So go down to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, I mean, I overflow massively is the point of the story. I'm just gonna play the big card, I think. I don't know. Wow, we have consumer markets here? Jesus. And we're never playing this at this point. Or this. Probably not that. 2 more. That. And production world we keep. Blue brown we keep. I don't need this many devs. Something like that should be good. So, what's the damage here? So we got the multicolor goal. He now has 5 blue browns, so production's not going to happen for him. I mean, he can still tie the production world goal, actually. But we're tied on blue browns now, so he can just swing that goal easily. He's up 33. Okay, so we trade. We take a point, times 2, and discard 2. Actually, I should hurry up and go back to this. Whoops. No, nobody. Discard to an end of round. We have no military. Never playing those. We're up by 12 now. Pool is 11. I mean, what does produce even do? We don't have an engine. Like, we gotta be careful of this guy just produce X2ing. We should probably just be deving here, honestly. Because, I mean, this guy's so far behind. So we're not too worried about him, like giving him a dev. They both produce. I mean, consumer market seems like a no-brainer. It's a 6-point dev, and we draw back. Refill, basically. I mean, this is more points, and we draw back. But this one consumes for infinite, so I think playing this in the next 2 we probably can't lose. We can leech this, and a blue-brown production world. Seems good. Okay, so pay 2 and win? Question mark. We're up by 18. Guaranteed the final round. Everybody's gonna X2 hoping somebody else builds for the most part. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much over. Sometimes they'll build, and that's fine. So yeah, so he does, so play this. And profit. That's the best case scenario. If he's settled, it's a lot worse. He can swing the blue-brown and still crank and whatnot. So, crank here. And here. Boom, 71, 40, 31. We actually got their score combined. Interesting. We'll check on the human games. Let's check the board states. For funsies, so it ends with tactics cranked for I don't even know how many. What? He traded. RDI 1 traded? Wow, interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense. He has to hope there's no builds and that he can have a hand, full hand for the next round to do stuff. Unexpected. So yeah, that's why I clobbered them, I guess. Got an extra crank for 8, but he didn't. He didn't swing any goals. He didn't even share any, did he? Oh, he did share one, yeah. But yeah, win over here. Mediocre stuff. Come back to that in a bit. 2-player Gathering Storm goals. With New Worlds, all 1 week. Just curious to see what people are making, creating. Wow, 7 games he wants? Jeez. So back here.
We live in an era when our cities are
Have a drink.
concrete. Computers and electronics barricade our minds. It doesn't change the fact that there exist a lot of strange phenomena, bizarre beyond reason or logic.
So what do we have here?
Most folks just don't see them. That's because we cling to order, to any tiny happiness that comes our way, and we bust our humps to blind ourselves with
4 military worlds, 0 military.
there's a world of
And then 2 cards that don't really work.
beyond
Opening
time and
hand.
space. A world filled with
So we might just have to keep the military and hope we draw into it, playing Centauri. Not really the hand that I want to skip the first 2 rounds with, produce trading. So I think we're going with this, dumping these. I guess we can keep the alien windfall. No point keeping 4 military worlds here. Actually, we could keep this too. We don't need to swing for the fences so much. So this is great. This is, I mean, this is pretty nice. Obviously better. So I guess we chuck this and this maybe. I mean, this is pretty far off. It's really nice early game though. We might have to play this. And actually against AIs you don't get as punished for playing a lot of windfalls. That's what they do a lot of the time anyway. And then consumer markets, there is some chance we'll play. Albeit small. So we have to keep these. We have to keep this. Presumably have to keep this. Yeah, 4-color goal, alien goal. Yeah, it's fine. 2 new homeworlds, never like seeing that. They're also damn good. We trade. There's a dev we can't build. Nothing fancy. So what do we got? So all of a sudden our hand is way better. Great world, great dev, and then the rest doesn't matter. So which are we doing now? So he's likely to want, I mean, if he had the settle he would have done it last round. What did he do last round? Hard AI2 produced. So he does have a settle. Interesting. So I guess we want to settle, hope he produces. Thing is, I don't know how often they do that twice in a row now. I guess settle, from its perspective, surely must be more likely now that I have a hand. So it should probably be producing again. I don't know that it will though. But yeah, I think I'm gonna settle. Hoping it produces. Yeah, I see it didn't. It sucks. So logistics or research labs. We'll check on our human games though. Four minutes. I'm kind of tempted to play one of those games against Def Monkey. Oh, that's a 3-player game. So one of them has been taken. What is it? 2 PE goals? It matches the... sure, why not? Let's play one game against him. It's a new player I haven't played. Could be fun. And it matches the 3-player format I'm playing, so... let's have a look. Kind of overdose on 2-player, but I'll throw one in there. Against a random player I don't know. So, starting world. Sparta with nothing. Doom World doesn't fit anything. This is too expensive. Not great. Not bad. So basically we have to play this. And then what goes with that? Certainly not that. I mean, a lot of this doesn't go... I mean, this is actually not bad in 2-player. Settle is fine. This could be relevant. It's cheap. Military goals out there. 6-step goal. I mean, this just never sees play early game, really. This either. I think that's fine. Oh, one more. Wow. Yeah. They're all pretty shitty here. This is fine. I mean, this kind of matches it. Doom World speculatively is pretty nice. This is a bit of a stretch, but the 6-step goal is out there. I don't know. It's possible this was a better discard, to be honest, but in any case, it's done. So here, what's happening? There's explore, dev, settle. We actually probably could not afford 2 worlds here, even if we wanted to. The all power school is out there, so research labs gets a bit better. We're going to be playing public works here, so we're going to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. We're going to have 4 cards in hand for next round, probably producing. So if there's an explore and a dev, we could play research labs. Could and probably would, because we don't really have anything else going on. Or we could leech, whichever one we keep here, we could leech. We could leech this, keeping this. It's pretty bad, but it's something. With this out, we need $1.5. 1.5, we'd be missing dollar phase for this. Doesn't seem that good. We're already probably going to be in the lead on the blue-brown anyway. There's not that much world competition here. I guess there kind of is. This is the main one, and this is really good for that. Especially against AIs, and then it'll help us get this too maybe. So logistics is actually pretty good here. So I think we're just going to chuck research labs there. I don't really want to be leeching it all in next round anyways. And actually we can leech this next round even if there's no explore, I think. We'll click wait, I guess, see what's dev'd. So pass. So we called dev and passed. And there was an explorer, so that's really strange. Oh, because of the settle. So he wants to leech the settle. Interesting. Paying 1. Not really going to matter all that much. We're dumping, well, I guess. So yeah, certainly that. Play this. We could actually play this here and trade it. Doesn't seem great. Chuck the 2 military worlds, I guess. No. So play this, chucking this and this, I think. Makes more sense. Head to the human games. Looks like somebody's gonna time out in our game, I guess. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Miss Organs? Hello, hello. Morning. Stretch, yawn. Good afternoon, I should say. I call that the morning when you wake up in the afternoon. Although I don't know if you've actually just woken up. But yeah, good day. Playing a bit of race here. So this is against AIs. I have one real-time game going, so I have to keep constantly checking on it. Not this one though. So here, dev settle trade. Right, of course he's trading. For some reason I thought he was would finally produce, but I guess he doesn't need to. Well, what now? So we're planning on going ATI here. We actually did good today and woke up around 10. Nice. Got shit done. Nice, nice, nice. I actually woke up around 10 as well. Needed the extra sleep. Fell asleep late, I guess. An hour later than normal. Not sure why. I guess it was a stream last night? I can't even remember. The days are blurring together at the moment. I could just go with small devs. That might be better. It might be better here, actually. We can reach this. Draw back. Play another small dev. I mean, the game's going to quickly end here. But I guess to beat him, we want to tempo out the game really quickly. Actually, he gained a tempo on us somehow. Right, I had to pass on that dev. So, well, I guess he has the same tempo, so hopefully he will not pass on anything. I guess we just play this, I think. Unfortunately, he did pass on dev. Didn't get anything done. Sat around and watched some YouTube and I'm playing for 7 days tomorrow, right? Ah, but you got up early, so there's that. So what are we settling? Not these, not that, not that. This or this. I guess this makes more sense, actually. Because I will overflow with this one. Play that, paying 1. Actually, the military goes out there. So yeah, we'll dev again. Hopefully there's a settle and then he'll only get like 1 crank. If we can coordinate ourselves well. I'm not relying on that though. I mean, he's already ahead. I don't know. I don't know about this. Pretty sketchy. Oh, we drew SETI, so that's actually pretty nice. So a big 4-player game here. Right, the one where we can't win unless we get super, super lucky. Actually, he didn't even build here. So he doesn't have much. Interesting. So there's still hope, I guess. This is a 1-point play. This would be a 2-point play, actually, later. Doesn't really matter. So here, right, presumably trading. We can leech a dev, we can leech a settle. Everything's fine. Oh man. But can we really trade and give him 6 cards for no actions? So this is what I was talking about before. It's like, this card is so powerful, can I actually even consume here? Thing is, we both gain at the expense of this player. It's possible I should just dev here. Leech's Explorer might be able to leech 2 settles if and when a settle happens, which could be immediately now. I think we just dev here. I'm not sure. I'd rather be trading when I'm sure there's multiple trades happening, I think. I don't know. I'm still learning how to play against Trade League, I feel like. So, similar looking spot here. This is against AIs though. So produce. If we produce, we give him. If we produce trade, we get 4 cards for 2 actions. 4 cards in a chip for 2 actions. And he gets 3 cards for nothing. And he gets nothing though, so it's probably still worth it. Hand sizes are really small. Wow, this is free. Yeah, I'm fairly sure we just produce here. Naked trade. Not even naked, he draws a card. Now we trade and we can leech, dev, settle, whatever. Settle, trade, trade. So we could go all in on this. Play this for free and then trade again. It's a blue-brown, yeah, I guess we have to do that. Check on Los Humanos. Nope. Nice. So yeah, definitely trade again. Settle happens again. Play this one, go to 9. Or this one. I mean, this seems pretty good to me. And then hopefully dev here. So what's going on? So 3 blue-browns, 4 blue-browns, 2 blue-browns. We have a good produce leech, so does he. He does not. Everybody has a large hand. Scores. I have 11, they have 5, 5. VP chips I'm working on. Encoding overloaded, really. What do I have that's running that's taking up so much CPU that my encoding is overloaded here? I mean, I have a lot of stuff running, but I'm surprised to notice out of the corner of my eye that that's happening. Maybe I need to stream in lower quality when I'm playing race. Wow, 100% of CPU, Jesus Christ. 96, 98. Interesting. I'll have to look at the stream, I hadn't realized that was happening at all. Check on the humans. So yeah, the other 3, so both real-time games that we tried to play during the stream timed out. I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm going to report that as an issue, basically. Enough is enough. We need shorter real-time games. And like better notification. So putting real-time games to the front or something. So that people can find them more easily. So yeah, Devo run out of time, so now we can breathe. Don't have to constantly check up on that game, babysit it. So what happens if we dev and play logistics? We go to 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 7. And then down to 3, 0. Not great. Deving this actually gives us an explore power, which is kind of nice. We need explore and trade. So I guess either way we're deving. Dev, settle, trade. So I think we've established that we don't really want to play logistics here. Oh, actually, nice. Expedition Force lets us play this. So yeah. It's a blue-brown, which doesn't hurt, and makes logistics better, because we can play this and something next turn or something like that. Now, how are they doing on the all phases? So hard AI2 has 5. He needs produce only, and there's a settle phase. Yeah, so he's guaranteed getting that, so we pretty much have to just play this here. So it's basically a 3-card 4-point play. Pay 2. Feels like kind of a weird game. We're just spamming out cards. But I mean, I'm ahead by a decent amount. Never play that. I guess never play that either. Go like that. Indeed, he did get that. What? What just happened? How is he sharing the blue-brown? Right. Well, I mean, by deving, I can maybe play both of these. Maybe not. Go to 4, 3. Cannot. Huh. Could explore. And hope somebody devs. Seems fine either way. There we go. So... interesting. Are we going logistics all in here? Trade for 3. Alternately, we don't have much of an alternative here. 4-point new economy. 5-point, I guess. I don't know, this seems fine. Pay 3. Let's go with that and see what happens. Start with this, certainly. So they both play blue-brown. I guess we do that. Seems a little bit sketchy. I don't know. We'll see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue browns. He only has 4 now. Did I miscount? I guess I didn't. Oh, it's this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So we're up by 1 blue brown on him. Even if he plays one now, he only ties. So. But we have no hand. Like, this is pretty fucking awkward. I'm hoping somebody produces, and nobody does, and he does play blue-brown. He has 6 cards in hand. This is a bit sketchy. I don't know if I did that right earlier, but... Produce... Maybe I was supposed to produce there. Leech to consume. For a chip and a card. Get 2 cards off of produce. A bunch of goods. Man, so now he can swing the goal. Like, this is so dumb. God, I hate the fucking blue-brown goal against AIs. It's so fucking dumb. I have logistics, and I'm still probably going to get that goal swung out from under me. Like, why do I even try to get that goal? It's such a god opening for that goal, too, and I'm still somehow going to lose it. It's unbelievable. Okay, well, how do we win this? So he's going to get +2. He's at 21 and we're at 16. So he's only up by 5. Plus the build. I could explore +5 to find a blue-brown to leech. I mean, I might actually just win if I +5 and play this in another small blue world, blue-brown world. But that's really swingy. You can even get the yellow gold too, or the multicolor. At the expense of the blue-brown, but... Produce X2 gets me the chip goal. It could end here, dev settle, and I'm just guaranteed lose. I think I probably messed up somewhere here, so what did I do wrong? I think the logistics was wrong. It's this card, it's too expensive for what it is. Huh. Got baited into playing logistics to fight for the blue, like to guarantee the blue-brown. Play it and still lose the blue-brown. In all likelihood. It's fucking ironic. And lose the game in the process. Where I might have won if I played that differently. I mean, it's really likely he's going to settle. The question is he going to dev? I mean, half the time, maybe 40% of the time he will. The other 60% I guess I need to... means that I need to produce. But what about the 40% where, or what about the time where I find a blue-brown on the Explorer? Don't I just win? Like, there's not much devs he can do. Yeah, like, no devs is gonna matter. Although he might just beat me anyway. If I play a small blue, let's say best case scenario I find, what even is there? Some 1 brown, so I get 2 points to 23. Well, I guess he gets -3. No, he doesn't. If he plays a blue-brown, we're still tied. So he needs 4 points from one settle. I guess it's pretty hard, actually. There's no such thing in the deck, in fact. So when I do find a 1 or 2 cost, no, 1 cost or 0 cost blue-brown, I will win. That's fairly likely to find. Although a bunch of them are gone. Like, what's left? This might actually be a spot that I have to bring up the card list, looks like. I think it is. So let's do some advanced calculations here. We're going to pull out the hypergeometric probability distribution calculator. Oh yeah. For some super advanced race for the galaxy. Hopefully it doesn't set on fire. What? What did I miss? Hopefully something doesn't set on fire. What? And I missed chat and then I'm lost. Best streamer. So we're looking for Gathering Storm, base and Gathering Storm, and we need the hypergeometric probability distribution calculator. So this is going to be fun. So first of all, this is the card list. We need to see how many how many that I can afford. So if I explore +5, I have 4 cards in hand. I have to pay 1. I don't draw any unsettle. So I have 1 card with which to discard. And it has to be blue or brown. And I have -1 to browns. Okay, that helps. So Artist Colony, I think, is in play. No, it's not. So that's 1. Asteroid Belt is 2. Destroyed World works, but it's 0 points, putting me at 23, so he needs 4 points. That's still probably okay. Shit, that was how many? Alpha Centauri also I have. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3. I have that. So 3, 4. Someone has that. 4. I can play Rebel Hunters. Nice. 4. So 5. Rebel Sympathizers. It's taken. Refugee World. 6. Runaway Robots I have. Secluded World somebody has. Smuggling Lair. Somebody has. Star Nomad Lair. Somebody has. Volcanic World. Nobody has. So there's 7 cards in the deck. So number of desirables, 7. Size of space, not really sure. Let's check. Roughly. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 17, 20, 23, 26, 27, 30. So we know of 30 cards. We've seen a bunch of cards, but I don't know. We'll ignore the rest. So 30, and the deck size is, I guess I have to check my spreadsheet. So there's 30 so far. Sample size is going to be, we're exploring for 8 cards. Undesirables we don't care, and then we'll figure this out in a second here. When my spreadsheet opens. This is some as advanced as it's going to get for race.
I know about the drugs. I know about all of it. Okay? I just need one promise from you. Alright? Just one. Promise me you'll never.
My computer's going crazy? Oh shit.
Until you're 21.
Interesting.
Okay? Good.
What's going on? Actually, my computer is hotter than normal. I was noticing that. So maybe it's because it's really hot in here as well. It's not helping. Okay, so the size of the deck in that format is 136. And we know 30 cards, so there's 106 cards left. 7 cards we want. That's actually not that much. And we're drawing 8 cards, so the odds are not very good here. So let's see what the math says. Yeah, this is a pretty cool tool for figuring this out. I don't know, I'm not much from advanced math, I just know what this does and that it works. So it's going to tell us what the odds are of hitting one of those cards that we want. Odds of hitting 2, so here. So the odds of hitting 0 of them is 57%, which is pretty high. Give me a second. Alright, so 57% chance of whiffing completely, 35% chance of hitting 1, 8% chance of hitting 2, and on and on down the line. So basically, at the end of the day, it's 43% chance of hitting. So that's actually not bad. Because when we do hit that 43% of the time, I'm fairly sure we win. So it looks like we are going to +5 here. Because like, sure, 56% of the time we lose, but if we're producing here, we're not... Like, a lot of that 56% of the time, this guy's deving, and then the game ends anyway.
But it has to be in your
So,
heart naturally.
I think I'll take 43% win rate here. In before I hit a blue and still lose. I don't know if that's possible. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And he doesn't dev, so that's great. Great result. Unfortunately, we are in the 56% where we don't find a blue-brown, so that sucks. And I guess the game won't even end here now? Oh man. Okay, once again we're in the wrong universe. That seems to happen a lot. But again, observer bias, I only notice when the bad things happen. So what's the one card we're keeping here? Definitely not this. This is playable and it's free, but it's 0 points. We would like to play, ideally, a green and a yellow. So I mean, we could play this, trade next round. I mean, it's going to be the best we can do. Hope there's no build phase. Fairly unlikely, but you never know with AIs. So we definitely almost certainly keep this and just do that. What else can we do here? Like, not much. We could also just end the game with Gambling World in this to 23. Do we ever win? I mean, we could keep Gambling World in case he actually doesn't play a blue-brown. We get to see it, and we get to choose to end the game. Going to 23. Which might actually win some percentage of the time here. And we can still trade if otherwise and hope to draw into a yellow anyway. Or into 2 blue-browns or something. So I think we might actually keep Gambling World here. Or whatever else we can afford that gains us points. Yeah, I think. But I mean, I mean, what could it possibly be? He plays a yellow. Any yellow here, he just wins. No, that's not true, is it? 22. We go to 23. He gets 22 plus the value of the world. Yeah, so any yellow here and he wins. But that's fine. We would still trade next round. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go. Wait and see. So he does play a yellow. So now we don't want to end it. Presumably. I don't think it has adjusted his score yet. Yeah, it's not the end of the phase yet. So he's going to have 24. If we play this, we go to 23 and just lose. So we pass. Oh, we pay one first. And then just pass on that. So now we're down by 2. I mean, this is just... yeah. We kind of have the same position though. We could explore +5, expecting him to settle, and then hoping to find a blue-brown, but now we can... there's more of them? Oh my god, why? When is this going to get easy? Wouldn't he have played the blue-brown if he had it at the time? So I don't think settle is that likely here. I think the way to play to win this one is to trade, hoping he also trades and like this guy produces or explores or something. I don't know. He does settle, so that sucks. So would he ever pass here? I guess if there's any chance he passes, and there is a chance he passes, I don't want to end it, because I guaranteed lose if I end it here. It would be stupid to play this card, he passes. That would be the dumbest shit ever. Well, not, it wouldn't be that dumb, but... because I mean, 99% of the time he's going to settle here. But I will take the 1% chance at maybe winning over 100% lose. Sadly, he does settle, but he didn't have a blue-brown. So if I had explore +5 there, it would have been interesting. Unfortunately, there's no undo in this version, so we can't replay the endgame and see the different variants there, which is always fun. Produce on this, and game over and lose. What you gonna do? So, I guess we can probably call it here, or just about. Maybe play these last 2 decisions. Some of them. So here, the game is ending. We are losing by a couple points. Use this on there, use that on there, and the game's over. Over here, we just want to push the end against his engine. We don't want to settle, we want to dev. We hope he settles, and it looks like he will. And that's fine by us. Basically, dev, settle, settle, we get the alien goal. SETI. We draw here, we draw on dev. Like, we might actually get both of these devs out and both of these worlds out, looks like. Which will be a pretty good finish. Over here, we're trading, choosing action. So, 3-player game against Rain. So what did he actually do with that or with that world, that opening? It seems like a pretty weak opening. So he explore +1, leech that all in. Down to 0. Somebody produced, so he got a card back there. Then he explore +1/+1, leech the consume, right? And now here we are. So he has 4 cards. It's not a terrible opening. I mean, with this explorer power, it's fine. We probably want to punish him by building here, deving ideally. But that doesn't look super advantageous. Settling. It's pretty good. Dev goal, military goal, 6 dev goal. All in for this thing. He's very likely to explore, so we go to 9. Dev down to 3. If he settles, we could go 2. We could make a trade here. No discard goal though to incentivize that. So that seems like a bad idea. Overflow by 2, I think. Toy shop's fairly good. Tourist world plus secluded world in addition is like a 10-point engine. It's a lot of settles though. But I mean, we pretty much have to settle here. I think. He's fairly likely to dev. Hopefully we draw a dev on the explore kind of thing. Next, here, against the two champs. We're up on tempo though, so we seem to be in an okay position here. 666 scores. Mining robots. Are we producing theoretically? Maybe not just yet. So if we produce, we would get 3 goods. Card here, card thereafter, a card thereafter, trade for 5 basically. So we get 6 cards for 2 actions with a good left over. So 10 cards for 3 actions, actually not bad. It's 3 cards per action, it's pretty damn efficient. We only give him 1 card over the span of that, and we give him 2 cards in the chip. And if ever somebody settles here, we can leash a really nice world too. Produce, trade. And sizes, I mean, we don't have a large incentive to build it. I think we're just going to go ahead and produce here. Not really sure on that position. And I mean, it's against 2 really strong opponents, so I should probably spend a bit more time on that decision, but whatever. What's happening here? We expose almost land. Right, there's a dev from Rain. And a trade from Chronox. Okay, so we keep 2 of these. Never care about that, never care about that. So are we going all in on consumer markets? That seems unlikely. Leave it to Rain to always make our life difficult. And Chronox not settling with his settle power, but I mean I have Doom Girl, so not surprising nobody's settling here. I don't know if we should be deving this. I think not. Get these 2 out, and this seems pretty nice. What does that give us? That gives us a... Yeah, it's not that great. It's a 6.5 card engine. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Deficit spending. Go down to 3. Should have settled here, I guess. Reach the consumer. I don't know why I didn't realize he was going to trade here, I think. I mean, it is a... He had, what, 8, 7, 6 cards in hand, I guess? So yeah, he would always be trading there. I don't know why I didn't settle. That was kind of dumb, I think. I don't know what I was thinking there. So, I guess I was thinking of leeching dev, but... and settle, but... Not sure here. Probably it's not worth trying to play this thing. Like, it's only increasing our engine by 2 at the moment, and when we have this out. Whereas this is increasing our engine as well, just as much, if not more. So I guess we'll just play it. And then dump these. Let's try that. And then I guess our final game here, most likely. Close to it. So here, yeah, so he did settle, so that's really nice. So it looks like we're going to go ATI Toy Shop or something. And then dev again for SETI. And expect him to settle again for... Oh, wow. How did he sneak out 2 yellows? Oh, I took a pause because there was no dev. Or no, instead of deving ATI and leeching this, I played this to get to the end sooner. But because of that, I'm going to lose this goal, which sucks. But, oh well. I mean, that makes this a lot less appealing. Do we have a better finish then? So if we go ATI, or sorry, GSS, we go down to 5. Settle what? Everything's expensive. I think we probably just have to play this anyway. I mean, this is 2 points, and then this is 3 points, and 6 points. Not sure, but I think that's right. We pay 5, go down to 5, 4, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we're short on cards here to even play 2 6 devs. We don't need to end it though on that round, because he gets 1 crank anyway. So we have to figure this out. So we could go credits. This game is hard. If I do this into this, go down to 5, trade to 10 presumably, or something. Yeah. Trade to 10, and then call dev 11. And if, let's say he settles that round where we have 5 cards, we would go down to 1, trade to 5, 6, dev to 7, down to 1, draw to 2. Actually, it's probably 1 more card than that. Because the public works, I think I forgot the math on that one. So I think this is fine. Let's just lock it in. And for real, our final decision, maybe. Nishidem Chronox. We have GFed, we call dev, there's an explore and a settle. So yeah, nobody traded. He didn't produce. Interesting. Still wrapping my head around how he plays. He explores and produces a lot. So I guess here he's exploring and not producing for some reason. I don't know what that reason might be. Maybe to leech properly. So dev and settle, and we draw this. Wow, that's really nice. So we're going to be able to play logistics into 2 worlds, which is sweet. We just need a blue world to get the 4 color. Production worlds, no, it could happen. We just need 2 more. But yeah, we discard this for sure, for damn sure. And then that's it. Alright, let's host someone and go home. I have to work. Actually, I should have been ending this a bit sooner. I forgot. I gotta be out of here really soon. I'm so used to... I work once a month for a couple days, and yeah, I totally forgot that I have to end my stream quickly on this day. It'll be fine though. So... shut down race. Let me check on board games. I've never played race on the weekend, so there might be a bunch of board game streams, maybe. Curious to see, actually. There's a few. So, some board games. Very descriptive. Terraforming Mars, nice. I'm definitely going to host this guy. I just played this for the first time, and it's such a cool game. I'm super intrigued. Hoping one of my regular gaming buddies picks it up, and we can have that as our go-to hardcore game. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me just pause this.
Yep, you have the ability to do that because it says max.
Turn that down, sorry. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow evening, roughly 7 p.m. Pacific, maybe 8 p.m. Pacific, and we'll play more race as well, kind of off schedule. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys, and watching. I'll see you later. I got 3 left. I'm done. I have no money. Good for you. Why don't we just throw a ceiling tile over the light?
Because we kind of need the light.
That'll make it really dark.
We threw that ceiling tile over the light.
Why don't we just throw
Well,
a
you